Hola familia estelar. We are in a beautiful cave right now, right by Templo de la Luna, and I wanted to come here specifically for the new moon in Scorpio that we have today. And it really is about the phoenix beneath the waters. It is at 28 degrees, which is a Cancerian degree, which is why we're inside of a cave, because you are definitely going to be going through a profound initiation. The first message we have is Hathor light codes, light immersion. So this is about you being a light being immersed into this experience. It talks about a full system upgrade and a power recall that's happening. And you're almost dissolving or descending into water. You're transmuting any kind of pain that you've had along your third dimensional experience into a source of power, and it's where you're called to go deep within, right? It's where you're being called to go inwards, not to drown, but to emerge as this luminous, renewed being and having this renewed perspective. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and read this, and I'll share with you what this new moon in Scorpio is going to entail for you. This is a light immersion. You're experiencing a full system upgrade. The infinite solar light of the Hathors is surrounding you. This is a time of expansion and excitement. You are filled with unlimited potential. And if you think about the Hathors and even Dendra, right, which is Hathor's temple, it's all about the divine feminine, right? Reconnecting with the non-physical being that you are, having a physical experience. So the gifts that were once in darkness are now being brought into the light. The parts of yourself that were once hidden are now being seen. Life is being restored. If you have been experiencing sluggishness or tiredness, this is now being washed away. Something ancient has awakened within you. You're remembering why you're here. Welcome home to your light. Now, I find this so beautiful because you literally have family of light that have come out too. So this is where you're being encouraged to come out, right? Like, I'm coming out. I want the world to know, right? Want to let it show. That's the song that's coming through. So there's something that it's almost like you're letting the world know, but it feels like the world within yourself, because the theme or the cosmic overview of this new moon in Scorpio is all about rebirth through emotional truth that's happening and radical clarity that you're gaining. And maybe your family of light have been helping you to gain, and this is going to lead to seeds that are being planted now that will unfold over the next 6 months for you. It's going to carry you into spring of 2026. So that's the astrological reset. It's the new year, right? It's about finding security and stability within yourself, and that being mirrored through abundant timelines in the external, right? That are mirroring that security. So it's a portal of introspection, emotional detox that you're going through, and also transformation. Scorpio asks, what must die within me in order to be able to live in a more authentic way? Excuse me, guys. Because I'm in a cave, this whole thing is like uphill. I'll show you what it looks like after. So I'm kind of positioning myself in an awkward way, but I'm going to go ahead and move around in a minute. But yeah, the energies that are coming through will be very, very profound, because this is going to be followed by a 𝓤𝓤𝓪, which is where the cosmic messenger is seated within the heart of the sun. So this is a conversation, right? A celestial conversation that's already happening within you. It's like a solar dial where there's certain information you're going to be streamlining into this, very specific vessel, but knowledge that you've acquired throughout lifetimes. So your first Cosmos Oracle message is time, which talks about there's a linear unfoldment, and then there's also universal time, which is about the quantum. And time is a concept that we use to measure the distance between two events in this realm. We also have 444 on the clock. So this is about security, stability, and also safety and protection that you have when you come back into this awareness, right? The eternal essence of time moving forward and backwards at once. And when you collapse that concept, all that remains is awareness, okay, and your eternal essence. And then you have flight. So that's going to help you fly towards a new trajectory. This also talks about continuous movement. So you are always moving throughout space and time, whether you realize that or not, because you have x-rays. There is things that the soul is continuously learning through this vessel, right? It's like the soul is in a never unfolding journey of acquiring knowledge, because it kind of reminds you of the saying around when we stop learning, we start dying. So this is where you can expect revelations, intuitive downloads, and information that pierces the illusion. And it's where the veil begins to thin because you're ascending into higher frameworks of viewing and thinking about this existence. So it's truth that's illuminated as you go within the shadows, right? As you go within the cave. And then you have the galactic mushroom divine matrix. So this talks about an underground network or unseen benevolent forces that are always working on your behalf, right? This is synchronistic events, encounters, and it's beginning to rain a little bit, but we're in the cave, so we're covered. And then you also have victory. So this talks about inner triumph before you see outer triumph in this realm, but it's success. It's a very auspicious card, and you have no place like home. So this is you really stepping into authenticity. Authenticity is really being able to blend your most multidimensional otherworldly aspects into this realm, and this vessel becoming merely a conduit for that act of devotion is how I'm hearing it. And then we also have the Queen of Swords, which I'll go ahead and read for you, and the Elven ones, but I'm gonna go ahead and move. I'm gonna get up and move because I'm in the most awkward position right now, guys. The Queen of Swords is known as the dreamer. Okay, so she's mastering her mind, right? That's what it is that she's doing. So there's something that you're mastering there. Let me go ahead and find her real quick, and then we'll get up and walk around. The dreamer, the composer, the earth elements. Here we go, the dreamer. So perspective, complex, and clairvoyant. So clairvoyant is your clair abilities. Hold on, because we're resting on like a tree right now, a tree branch. That's our tripod. Do you want to see where we are real quick? This is the cave that I come out to hide in. So anyway, not just clairvoyance, but I'm also getting with you, there's like a clair knowing that you have, okay, around something. Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let me just sit down and chill. Okay. Much better. So a mysterious figure hovers 3 feet off the ground. The wind blows strongly, but they are unmovable, as if they are somewhere else. So it's almost like you're in this plane, but you are also navigating other quantum timelines, and you're deciding very consciously what it is that you're choosing to collapse into reality around you. So beneath them is a small scene resembling the observatory materializes in the snow. There seems, so observatories are spaces that allow you to observe alignments. So it's almost like you're witnessing an alignment take place in your life. That's what it feels like. There seems to be a usual power emanating from the dreamer, bringing elements from their world into our own. So again, it's like you're bringing elements from other worlds into this world. It kind of reminds me, how should I explain what it is that I'm seeing right now, Spirit? The best way to articulate it is quantum non-local connections, simultaneous lifetimes, and your timeless consciousness is able to streamline through multiple vessels that become channels and conduits. So I'm seeing it as kind of like a walk-in energy, right? Where you're walking into this vessel, or there's information that you're anchoring into this vessel and you're acting upon, but you're streamlining it from other, planetary star systems and other extensions, infinite manifestations of yourself that are vessels that come to be from the physical laws of that environment. So that's how I'm seeing it. The dreamer is perceptive and complex. They have a clear mind and can hone their wit for good. These are positive aspects, but in a reading, the dreamer will also show up when you get carried away living too far into the future. So it's about not getting lost in the future to the point where you neglect the present moment. It's about, as you enter into the present moment, it becomes a portal into all dimensions across space and time. It's where you anchor the future into the present, right? You draw it into the now. You have a big mind for big ideas, and you can get caught up in your head to the point where you can forget to make the dreams into reality. So exactly as I said, right? Making sure that you're acting towards this in the physical. It is important for the dreamer to find a friend or accomplice who can help you build up these fantasies into something tangible. So I'm hearing you found a friend in me kind of energy. So it could be guides, you know, it doesn't even have to be physical beings, but I'm just seeing it as, okay, you need to anchor some type of information where you're sending your consciousness out into the future, right? Into other fractals of yourself existing in the quantum. And you're anchoring that information and you're acting upon that, right? It's like, how would this change your journey on earth if you had the wisdom of your future self, right? Of events that had already come to be. That's what I'm seeing for you. So it feels like, again, you're leveraging as a quantum being. And especially with the 𝓂𝓁, there's definitely something that's going to be illuminated to you inevitably. That's what it feels like, information that you're going to be streamlining. And it leads to some type of expansion that will be happening in your life. And also, this new moon is trining the North Node in Pisces and the South Node in Virgo. So you're releasing over analysis, right? Analysis paralysis, where you are scared to make a move because you're afraid it may be the wrong one. That's another energy. And it's also leading to almost fated connections with that trine that's happening, and with Venus in Scorpio during this time as well. It definitely feels like a fated energy, like fated alignments, fated information. You know, I'm kind of seeing like the vertex energy being activated. But this is a transformation or a new beginning that's happening in the Scorpio arena of your house. So is it your connection to the unknown or the divine, right? 12th house energy. Meditation, getting to deeper into yourself, right? Releasing habits. South Node in Virgo. Is it like the 7th house, right? Is this a new beginning being planted in your partnerships in some way? It's liberation that's happening through some type of disruption, because it is also making aspects to Uranus. So something unexpected, maybe a message, a truth, an emotional revelation is designed to shake old structures and bring about some type of profound revelation or transformation within you. And it's knowing that there is a death of stagnancy. You know, that's what's going on right now. It's a rebirth that's happening, that's leading you into a deeper alignment, not just externally with, you know, events and people and opportunities, but also a deeper alignment within yourself. So going deep within, right? Not seeking to go wider, but almost to go deeper during this time within your own internal emotional ocean, and seeing what information lies in the depths of your being, right? It's where you're not really looking outside for guidance. You're tuning into the inner guide within you, that high priestess within. And the North Node in Pisces is listening to your intuition, right? Being able to navigate this change with a lens of compassion for yourself, knowing that you may not know all the answers right now. It's also got Saturn energy, right? So it's a container, right? A physical container for what is emerging within you. And also setting intentions that are going to honor your highest truth, as well as your knowing that you have. So rising from the depths, purified by a feeling, and no longer forgetting your light, right? No longer neglecting your light, which is, again, your truth in this realm. And instead, it's going to really be a launch pad to align you with a higher version of reality and a higher version of yourself as well. I almost forgot, you also have the Elven ones. So this is a starseed oracle deck. It is the Star Child deck, and the Elven ones in this deck talks about divine creation codes that you're going to be receiving, starborn architects, divas, sacred geometry, earth guardians, sparkling starlight, and infusing molecules of light. The quote is, "We are architects for the divine by bringing sacred geometry into the natural kingdoms. The minerals, the plants, and the animals. You too can receive these geometrical light codes into your heart. Dear one, would you like to have a break from the density of humanity? Allow your light body to arise amidst the elves. The elven ones are holding hands in a circle around you for magical processes taking place." This feels like, again, your family of light. So these are different beings that are encoded into your field at the time of birth. And you are transcending human judgment, right? To judge is to separate, and belief to become one with the elves. You naturally start to feel lighter as one of the elves. Do you miss genuine love and compassion in some human interactions? The elves now show you a new way of living and communing, a way of love and peace in their sacred cycle. They show you that you don't need to compete or obsess about the perception of others. You can maintain togetherness by connecting to your family of light. Or do you think you'll lose this connection in harsh human interaction? The elves show you about their communion with nature, how they can climb, jump in and out of trees effortlessly. They take you to their sanctuary, a place of love and healing. In the healing space of the elven ones, you are able to be given healing positions made with herbal tinctures. You close your eyes to invoke etheric travel across Lemurian forests and oceans until you arrive in the human world. In the elven form, which is sparkly and blissful, you are invisible to denser consciousness. That is crazy. Those who are meant to see you will truly see you, because again, being invisible to denser consciousness shows that unless others are operating under the bandwidth of frequency that you are, you may not be able to, they cannot see you, right? It's where you exist in higher bandwidths of frequency, like, because the quality of your thoughts and also your emotions are something that is of a different dimension, right? It originates from higher densities. So can you laugh about the seriousness of humans when you see them from your body of light? You see their worries, fears, and judgments from a higher dimension. Perhaps you feel compassion and you were called to send light. The energy of laughter and spontaneity that you bring lightens up the atmosphere for many. Then you are taken back to the elven sanctuary and you're invited to celebrate. Discover the joy of the elven ones, which defeats any heaviness or depression. They lift you up into pure bliss and the joy of being. Do you find that humanity doesn't always appreciate joy and lightness? You can now go back to commune with humanity on a lighter vibration. Again, it's like you've discovered something within yourself and the true nature of this reality, and it's emanating from your very being, you know? You will inspire many to let go of their heaviness. I'm laughing right now because I'm thinking about what's his name? Is it Brian Johnson? I don't remember. The guy that's doing the Don't Die. He had like a mushroom experience recently, and I don't know if you guys have seen it, but the comment section is so funny because he's who is it? One of his partners had basically taken his phone during ceremony and said that he was laughing and he was saying that we are all one, and he kept saying it, right? We are all is one and one is all. And he was saying that he wanted to go back to the playground, right? So again, it's like seeing this art school as your playground is where you really get, your soul gets to express itself through form, which is beautiful. So the more you dance in your love and lightness, and people were saying as well, they were like, oh, he's gonna come from like the don't die to the like don't be afraid to die kind of energy, because death is not the end, right? It's merely a glimpse into dimensions where new stories can begin to play out for you, you know? So anyway, there's almost like the death to an old way of navigating this realm, and you'll lift others' vibration as you lift your own, right? It's like a ripple effect that happens. But yeah, that's it, guys. So with that being said, I'm going to love and leave you right there. That's all I have to say for this new moon in Scorpio. If you made it to this point, comment down below the Scorpio emoji with the new moon to let me know that you made it, and then add your own little twist on it as well. I love to see what you guys come up with, and I'll speak to you very soon. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing because we'd love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. Also check out What's a Spirit if you guys are looking for some high quality AA grade jewelry. We have self-love stone, which is the pink one, kunzite, and rainbow moonstone, and also moonstone. You have 2 discount codes for that down below, and $1 of the proceeds are donated towards otter sanctuaries. I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Until next time, bye.